everyone. We're going to solve each equation using properties of equality, and we're also going to check our solution. And these are the three problems we're doing. So let's get started. On the first one, we've got to solve for x, and I always want my what we're solving for to be positive. So what I'm going to do is add x to both sides. All right. So we're going to bring down the negative 8. This equals 0. We have an x and another x. That's two x's all together. Or you can put a 1 in front and then bring down that 2. Now I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And we can forget about that 0. That's the 0 property of arithmetic. So negative 8 minus 2 is negative 10. And this is 2x. And this would be 0. Again, we really don't need that. Now we're going to use so we basically used our addition property. We used our subtraction property. Now we're going to use our division property. You divide both sides by 2. And that equals 1. So x equals negative 5. Our solution set is negative 5. Now we're going to plug in and check our solutions here. So you have negative 8 minus, everywhere there's x, put negative 5. And I just put parentheses everywhere there's an x. Especially in this case, you have these two negatives. So you have negative 8. That's like saying negative 1 times negative 5 is plus 5. And then we really don't need the parentheses here. This is just going to be negative 3 plus 2 is going to be negative 3. Now negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. So it does check because we're trying to see if they equal, and it does. So negative 5 is our solution. Now the next two problems I'm going to go a little faster and do multi-step. So what I'm going to do is I want my y to be positive. So I'm going to add y to both sides. So this means y is going to be on the left side. That's the addition property of equality. I'm also going to add 8 to both sides to move this 8 over. Now let's take care of this. Negative 8 plus 8 is 0. We have a y plus another y. That's a total of 2 y's. Negative y plus a y is 0, and 2 plus 8 is 10. Now, using your 0 property of arithmetic, you're going to get 2y equals 10. Use your division property of equality, and you're going to get y equals 5. And your solution set would be written as 5. Sorry, my 5s look like S's. Now we have to check our solution. So I'm going to rewrite this equation, but everywhere there's a y, I'm going to put 5. Oops, that should be equal. I think I'm going too fast. All right, y is going to be 5. So we have negative 8 plus 5, it's negative 3. And this part here, that's like a negative 1. So we have negative 5 plus 2. So we have negative 3 equals negative 3. We're trying to see if these two sides equal, and they do. That means 5 is our solution set. And finally, we have this one. I want my z's to be positive, so I'm going to add z to both sides. I put a line through the z so it doesn't look like my 2, in case you were wondering. I'm also going to use my subtraction property of equality to move that 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. We have a z and another z, which is 2 of those, 2 z's. And then we have negative c plus c is 0. 2 minus 8 is negative 6. With our 0 property of arithmetic, those zeros go away. And now we're going to use our division property of equality and divide both sides by 2. That goes away. That's a 1. She gets z equals negative 3. So our solution set is negative 3. We have to check our answers for our solutions. So I'm going to write 8 plus, let me try this without, you can do it that way. All right, minus a negative 3. I'm doing it without parentheses. I don't like doing it that way, but I'm going to try it that way. So this turns out to be 8 minus 3. And 2 negatives here mean it's a positive. So that's 3 plus 2. So we get 8 minus 3 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. So that checks out because we were checking to see if each side equals each other. So our solution set is negative 3. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.